Hello. For some reason, good morning, everybody. Let me adjust this. Oh my goodness, this is strange. All right. This is interesting. For some reason, my webcam's not working this morning. So, all right, this is going to be a little bit different with the setup. Oh my gosh. Anyways, here we are. You get to see not only my backdrop, but the scenes around my backdrop this morning. Okay, I'm just going to pull this back. Okay. Gosh darn it. I don't know why my webcam isn't working today, but it's not. So cool. So welcome everybody. If you're here new, this is Tarot Time. This is the Medium channel where we bring you the spirituality behind the message. And I'm happy to be here this morning. It's been quite an involved week. So, a few things that are going on. One is that Mercury's finally getting out of Gemini, so Mercury's going into Cancer today, into the sign Cancer. So normally Mercury is about 3 weeks in sign. I think it was in Gemini for about 6 weeks because of the retrograde. So we're kind of really officially out of retrograde season now, and we're probably going to be noticing a lot of shifts and changes in the energies now as well. So things may get a little bit more. What's the right word? Just a little bit more calm for a little while. And I have a feeling that what's going on is that people are starting to get used to the summer flow and being out and about more. And then I think a lot of questions are going to come up. So anyways, what we do here on Tarot Time is we do a weekly forecast. We do a meditation card, and we end with an angel message. And I think I may. Yes, I have my medicine card, so I think we're going to get an animal message in also as well. So let us begin. So how is everybody? It's a beautiful, overcast, cool day here in the Catskills, and it's one of those days where I may just lay around and take the day off because I had a really, really intense week of work and readings and parties and all kinds of good things. So good morning to everybody that's here. First time, so welcome, Tina. And if anybody else's first time, feel free to you let us know where you are and where you're coming from. And it's interesting. I mean, Mercury's not in retrograde, but it's weird that my webcam just stopped working today, and and you kind of get this whole like broad scene of not just my backdrop, but what's behind it. So, anyways, all's good in live YouTube, right? So, hi Laura, hi Chris. So, being that Mercury's been really on our mind, I like to do these little Actually, no, I think I'm going to talk about the Suit of Swords. So for you guys that that are new to tarot or not new, basically the tarot evolved from Renaissance times, although it's probably even older than that. And the creation of tarot was credited to an artist named Bonifacio Bembo, I think is his name. All this information is in Rachel Pollack's book, 78 Degrees of Wisdom. And it was for King Ferdinand II in Spain. I think that's where King Ferdinand II was from. I probably should have looked at my notes before I came on. But anyways, what they found, though, later on was that even though these were like in Renaissance times, that the prints that the artist made depicted more medieval scenery, and they did some research and found that tarot is really like a mystical tool that unlocks the secrets of the universe, apparently. So they did a fair amount of research and found correspondences to the Kabbalah and the Tree of Life and other ancient texts and other mystical texts, and it was used as a meditation tool as well as a divination tool. So in any event, a lot of swords have been coming up in my readings lately. Yes. So hi, Amy. Welcome. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about swords because for some reason I feel like air is important right now. Maybe with all the Mercury stuff that's going on, and now that it's finally gotten out of the air sign of Gemini and it's moving into Cancer, the sign of Cancer this month, this week, today actually. And swords often get a little bit of a bad rap in the tarot because sometimes it's related to strife and challenge or whatever. But life is about strife and challenge. It should not really scare us. But in its purest form, it's about air. And the element of air is about the intellect. It's about the mind. And with all the shifting in energies and all the high charged aspects that we're just coming out of, I do believe that we're going to get a little bit of a time or a little bit of a break right now in order to be able to just kind of decompress from everything and start to really look ahead. I mean, I'm always an advocate of being present and being in the moment. So while we're in the present moment, it's fine to plan for future present moments. I'll put it that way. I'm saying her daughter is a great rising. All so so that's good. So what I wanted to do is actually pull a meditation card, and this will be for this group for the week of July 11th, and we're actually, according to a book I read many years ago by Sun Bear called Earth Astrology, on the 11th of July, we entered this season of midsummer. So we're starting midsummer now. And being that it's in the 60s and it's cloudy, it feels a little bit more like mid-spring than midsummer up here. But we are. So and then August 11th to September 10th is considered late summer in this. So in this time, and this loosely corresponds with the Leo season, even though the sun's still in Cancer. During this time, this is really our time to shine and to get out and about more and to really enjoy life and enjoy the gift of being able to breathe. And this month I designated on my social media as Breath Awareness Month. So July is officially here on the Medium channel, but unofficially Breath Awareness Month. And swords is about air, so we're getting back to the swords. So swords can be about breath. So I will remind you that we're doing the 21-day breath challenge. All that is committing to doing this 3 times a day for 3 minutes at a time, where you relax whenever you want to do a breathing exercise or meditation or anything like that. The first thing that you want to do is just to relax and become present. So when you're not thinking and you're just aware of your breath, then you start to expand your awareness and you start to feel energy. So when you start to feel the energy, that energy is love. If as long as you're not thinking, you're not drawing on your personal mind, and that's where we tend to store like the anxiety and the worries and the fears and all that stuff. Then energy is just energy, and it's just spirit, and it vibrates in love and joy, which is why these are desirable human emotions, and why children tend to laugh and sing and play rather than complain about the state of the world. So. Chicago, yes, I just saw that. Yeah, I heard that with Chicago, the designation of the Windy City has nothing to do with the wind. It has to do with long-winded politicians, or at least I heard that somewhere. And actually Chicago's only averagely windy, so it's interesting. But anyway, I just had to say that. So I'm gonna pull our meditation cards. But I'm jumping around too much this morning. I didn't sleep a whole lot last night because I ate late late night mediumship up in Windham, New York. It's a great session, actually. Um, so where was I? Yes, I'm back. Long, deep breathing. So when you feel the love of the universe around you, and you inhale that into your heart and circulate that around your body, then exhale all the stresses, fears, worries, anxiety, negative emotions, which aren't really negative, they're just survival based. But I think you understand what I'm saying. So for 3 minutes, be very present, inhaling love into your heart, then exhaling and releasing stresses, worries, other people's energies, the media, all of that. And it's very simple but very powerful. Just 3 minutes, 3 times a day, 21 days. You can do longer. I like to do my stuff 40 days actually, um, so Tina's saying that I'm right about the designation of the Windy City. So it's all about air. It's all about wind today. It's all about breath exercises. Now, just as a little augmentation, just as a little teaser, I'll put it that way. One technique that you can do, because once you understand the concepts of things, you can make up your own exercises. And when I teach and I do things, I really try to teach the concept to people so you actually understand more of what the practice is, or what it's about, and then you can kind of make up your own. So one thing, if you feel like you're under stress or negativity from other people, or somebody's trying to access your energies or manipulate you, there's a wonderful mirroring techniques that I actually, I mean, I'm sure other people do this, but I'm going to still take credit for inventing it, because I didn't learn this from any teachers or any books. But very simple. It is, when you're doing your long, deep breathing, what you can do is you can visualize the silver light around you. So when you inhale, you kind of inhale silver light into your heart center and into your body. And then when you exhale, you can visualize that silver light just being gently nudged out into the aura around you and facing outwards. And you can create like psychic mirrors around you that deflect negative energy coming in. So I actually, on the Spirit Mind family, that's the membership program, a new membership program for the Medium channel. There's an exclusive video about how to use your long, deep breathing with colors. So you can use different colors to create different effects. Like red can give you a lot of energy. Green can be very healing, for example. So I just wanted to put that out there. And then on this Thursday, I'm doing a master class on for the Spirit Mind family about more advanced techniques of breath work, and how you can actually build a daily breath routine that can be energizing, that can enhance your health, clear diseases, as well as clear unwanted energy and clear subconscious blockages and programming and stuff like that. So I'm going to go into a lot of detail on how to work with breath. It's really, yoga and all spiritual practices utilize a lot of breath work. Martial arts is how I got into all this stuff. So it's all about how we breathe. If we breathe properly, we can ward off a lot of disease and be healthier. Most people do not breathe properly. Most people breathe from their chest. We're supposed to breathe from our diaphragm and fill our lungs. And not only do we get more oxygen, but we get more chi. We get more universal energy to flow in us and around us. Then when we exhale, again, we can release. We release carbon dioxide, like biological toxins, so we can release energetic toxins with the breath also. So breath links us with the universe. Everything has a rhythm and timing. So when we consciously breathe, we connect with that rhythm and timing of the universe, and we can consciously use that energy to help maintain our health spiritually as well as physically. So that's the master class. If you want more information on the Spirit Mind family, it is a paid membership, but it's no commitment, very, very inexpensive, and it gives me an opportunity to be more accessible than I can in YouTube. So we do a Q&As every month. We do we have a private chat room that we can interact in and all that stuff. So it's paid. It's on Patreon. So it's Patreon. .com and then the Spirit Mind family. So I'll link that in the comments when this comes up as a video also as well. So let's pull our meditation card for the day. And thank you. So I guess I thank you, Amy, for that. So we just had a new moon recently, so we're still in kind of a new moon phase as well. So that's another thing that's happening this week. Okie dokie. So I'm asking Spirit to lead me to the right card for us to meditate with, and this is the one we got here. And I'm kind of getting used to StreamYard and everything. Like I said, I don't have access to my webcam today, which is weird that it just doesn't want to work. but in any regard, so that's this card. Not nines tend to be about completions. You can see she's kind of like in the little garden, right? And she's got a, let's see if I can see this. I don't know what kind of bird that is. So it's, and everything's opposite on StreamYard too. So when I go right, this goes left. Okay, getting used to the technology. Deep breath. Inhale love and light in the universe. Exhale stress. Okay, we're good now. And so when you want to meditate with tarot, you can visualize it, or you can visualize my card. This is the Hanson Roberts deck, and you just kind of, when you're relaxed, just step in and step into the scene. So this is like a doorway into a panoramic scene, and you can kind of see what's going on. See who you meet. Like you may meet different beings, for example, like different spirit guides or angels as you step in. So in any event, so practice this. Do a little meditation once a day. See what messages you get. See how you feel. I feel like this is a very earthy card. I mean, Pentacles does represent Earth, and 9 is very empowering. It's about completion. So this may be a message for us that we're also completing some cycles as well. What I'm going to do is do a 3-card spread, and this will be just sort of our cards for the week for this group. Yeah, and for all the people that we get live, I usually get at least 100 more that watch this as a video. So whether you're live or as a video, this is your this is for you. You're part of the community. You're part of the circle now. And also, sometimes we pick up on the trends of things that are going on in the world around us. So we had an earthquake in California. We've had record heat, although we had some record heat, but not like what happened at the end of June in the Pacific Northwest, as well as Vancouver area. There's somewhere in Canada reached 121 degrees 2 days in a row, which is only, I believe, 2 degrees shy of Phoenix, Arizona's all-time record high. Just to put that into perspective of what's going on here in the Catskills, it's so weather is very air, right? Although it's all the elements, but it's a very air quality. We've had so many thunderstorms that I've seen more cloud to ground lightning like in the last 3 or 4 days than I've seen in the last 3 or 4 years here in the Catskills. And one night I was just outside in awe. If you ever watch the old Frankenstein movies with when they show the castle with all the lightning bolts, that's what it was like. Nonstop lightning, nonstop thunder. Pretty amazing. So a lot of upset in the weather. I think it's part of that's an energetic reset as well. So I think it is part of collective consciousness too. We actually influence the weather, and when I had my first awakening, I was only a teenager when it happened. I realized that it not immediately, but the months that followed, I realized I could change my breathing patterns and and the winds would come in. Like that was one of the first things I realized, and it would always happen. And even if it was calm, like all of a sudden, like a gust of wind would come in, and then other things happened, and I was thinking, wow, oh my God, that's cool. I can control the weather. Yeehaw, that's really cool. But it's not controlling anything. It's just tuning in and becoming an influencer thereof. And we can all do that. And, honestly, developing abilities like that, that's just the beginning of the path. That's not like, oh my God, I'm awakened, I can do this. No, that's where it actually starts. That's when you start to get out of that limiting belief system that you're somehow separate from everything that's going on, in nature and with other people and other animals. And then later on I learned how to call in animals, so I would call foxes to come close to me, for example, and stuff like that. It's all about energy. It's all about learning how to tune into spirits. So we're all spirits, we're all spiritual. So because we are spirit having human experiences, so you'll never be more spiritual than you are right now. The growth of spirituality is decreased. I say this a lot, and a lot of teachers do. So it's really about getting, losing the programming, losing the false beliefs and all that stuff, and then you become stronger and stronger who you truly are, which is spirit having a human experience. So anyways, here are our 3-card spread for the day. So I'm asking Spirit to guide me to the right cards. This one. And interesting. We have been seeing the Tower card a lot these days. Lover's card, interesting. So maybe some of us are going to have some amazing romantic stuff happening, but it also represents the sign Gemini. And I was just talking about how we've had so much Gemini energy with Mercury and Gemini. I think it was for about 6 weeks, because it kind of like what happened is, went into Gemini, it slowed down, it went retrograde through Gemini, and then it went direct in Gemini again. And today it's going into Cancer. It may already be there. So we should notice a fundamental shift. And you may find that there's a little bit of a lull, especially if you've been kind of high energy lately. There's been a lot of hard aspects. So often this brings up choices. So I'm trying to get a feeling. The aces are new beginnings, and the Tower card is a necessary process that we've, we're living in a time of great change right now. I mean, it's reversed, and I'm not sure. I mean, I think this is relating to some impact in society in the news. I would not be surprised if there's like some kind of a volcanic eruption somewhere in the world, because that's kind of what I'm seeing in this right now. More earthquakes, perhaps, but I think the Earth is still resetting, and it's kind of like we're all connected. We are of the Earth, and the Earth is of us. Every cell in our body, came from the Earth through the food that we ate, the air that we breathe, and air that we're breathing today, maybe 6 months ago was exhaled by some man in Asia. So we're all connected through the elements, and the Tower card is Mars energy. It's very dynamic. Oh, a beautiful male red cardinal just flew right in front of the window. Wow. And I have a feeling that this is the Ace of Wands, that's fiery energy also. It's very kind of male, with this fire. Mars is also, I think, relates to more to fire, energetically. Gemini is air. These are the so-called male elements. And I think it's going to be a pretty active week. I think up until about Tuesday or Wednesday, things may seem a little bit chill, and then I think we're later in the week we're going to hear some news or some noise about things that are going on that may have an effect of trying to restrict people's freedoms or trying to give people too much like caution. Maybe it has something to do with the pandemic, because that seems to be the big news and the hot topic nowadays as well. But I feel like we can use this energy to our advantage. So I want to shift away from politics and world stuff and shift more into us. Because I feel like what they're saying for us as a group is that this is a good time to get some ideas and to really plan like what is it that we want to accomplish, not just this week but for the rest of the year. And we really just started the second half of 2021, so we're only halfway done with this year. And I would encourage you guys even to put things in writing, like things I want to accomplish. This shows me, I think, there's a little bit of shock value in the middle of the week. On a personal level, we may have a few ups and downs, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of energy available to us later in the week to be able to to start new things. It's like, what do we want to start that's new? We're in a new moon cycle. The new moon was I believe Friday, was it? Yeah, it was Friday evening. So we're still in that new moon vibe. So it's like, what do we want to begin? What do we want to accomplish? Like, what new direction do we want to go in? I think people are going to be starting to come to terms with things. I've been talking about this the last month or so. It's like yes, the situation with the virus is better. We can go out. If we had our vaccines, we don't even need to be masked anymore. Stuff like that. It's like, yes, let's get back to normal. But wait a second, what is normal? There is no normal anymore. So we're creating a new normal right now, basically. So I think people start to kind of realize that. I want to say as well, they start to sort of pull back into their own. It's almost like back to the drawing board, I want to say as well. But I think this is a good time to really think about things and really start to do new things. I think we're really being called upon to, what is it that we really want to do, that we haven't been able to do, or do we want new, to look into new job or career options, or look into starting a business or trying to get ideas for that. I want to say as well. So this has a feeling a little bit restrictive, I want to say. I have a feeling something's coming up around the news, some global events, weather events and stuff like that, political events that get people a little bit uneasy. But again, the tower's been coming up a lot. We've been living in a world culture, a financial system, and this may relate to some fall on the financial markets, just as a heads up that for people that are in like in the stock market and stuff like that as well. So just keep an eye on things that way also. And I think that's about it. So I bought my medicine card. I haven't done like a totem animal in tarot time yet, but I have these by Jamie Sand and David Carlson. So this is more connected to Native American wisdom. So in the medicine cards, they're going to be North American animals. So there's no zebras or tigers in here. Just to let you know, just what we see here in the States and Canada. So I'm just going to ask for a message for us. Let me just say a little prayer. Like I'm seeing an eagle, so I think psychically, eagles is about spiritual illumination and sight, and so I think that's part of it. And I love frog medicine. Perfect. And I did a mediumship circle last night for a group of people, and for one of them, I told her or him that they have frog medicine, because I've seen a frog when spirit was coming through. Frogs have a unique ability. They're amphibians, so they're walkers between two worlds. That's the significance of frogs. They're in the water. That's emotions. That's intuition. Um, but they're also on the earth, and the earth is our physical environment. It's our bodies. It's our physical lives. So this is really telling us to pay attention to emotions, energy in motion, right? And to really go into meditation, to go into a deeper and calmer state, and start to learn how to, rather than be your emotional reaction, to learn how to observe yourself having emotional reactions. And when you're able to do that, that's when you start to clear old programs, because programming is emotional in nature. And when I say programming, I'm talking more about the social unhealthy ones, because the subconscious mind works strictly on programs. That's just how the mind works. Uh, when we learned how to drive a car, we developed a new subconscious program. After a year or two, you're almost on automatic pilot when you drive, right? Excuse me. Um, so anything that we learn, we build new neural pathways. So that's programming also. So we have good programs, but the limiting social ones that make us believe that we're somehow separated from spirit when we're not, or that we need to think a certain way because that's how society thinks, and act a certain way and behave a certain way. And sometimes programs are from suppressed traumas, and when we suppress things, they go within into our subconscious. Sub is below, right? So below our level of consciousness. And the programming also goes below the level. It's through the power of repetition, hearing the same messages day after day, week after week. And a lot of them are disempowering and are there to, make us to conform to a certain set of standards and rules in the society. And they're emotional in nature. So we have certain reactions, like, I definitely have worked through and am working through a lot of my programs. The first step of that is learning how to eliminate the subconscious. I mean, not like the subconscious, like breathing, or the autonomous nervous system subconscious. I just mean what's suppressed beneath the level of awareness. So we're part of the programming is developing a cognitive dissonance of sorts, where where our right hand's not even aware of what our left hand is doing, basically. And we suppress things because our conscious mind deems them as immoral, or they're painful, or whatever. But when the programs get triggered, they are emotional. So we are programmed to feel a certain way predictably in every situation in life. So when you start to, rather than be your reactions, if say somebody's giving you a hard time and you get anxiety, that's like a program, basically. I developed that program because I had an older brother that was extremely jealous of me, and we got into all kinds of fights and arguments, and it became an anxiety. So anytime there was a confrontation in my life, I would get huge anxiety from that. So the first step was becoming aware of where that came from. The second step was, instead of being that the anxiety, stepping out and observing myself getting anxious, because emotions are too powerful. Like you can't just say, I'm not going to feel this way, because as soon as the situation comes up again, you're going to have the same emotions. They're too powerful. But you can step out and watch yourself having the reaction, observe yourself having that reaction. And when you do that, then you're no longer the program. You're just observing the program. And then when you start to do that habitually through the power of repetition, which is how you got the program in the first place, is how you clear the program. So this is what the frog is telling me, just to let you know. So anyways, I still wanted to pull an angel card quickly for you guys as a message from the angels before we wrap up for the morning. And here we go. Okay, so asking the angels to please guide me to the right card. They're telling me to pick the top one. That's easy. And the top card is Athena. I think Athena is about being powerful. But let me read that. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. So the way to be powerful is to understand your programming and clear them, and then you connect to the highest power source in the universe, which is God or spirit or the quantum field. If you're more scientific in your spiritual viewpoints, and Athena is a very powerful Egyptian goddess also. So this is telling us it's safe to be powerful. Was it Marianne Williamson? I think was the one that's saying it's not being powerless that you fear; it's being powerful beyond measure that you fear, and that's because when you're powerful, you have a lot more responsibility, and anyway, that one of many gifts that Marianne Williamson brought to us. So anyway, so that's what we have for the day. So pretty quiet week on the Medium channel. Thursday's upload is going to be a meditation on how to attract a soulmate into your life. So that's Thursday's upload. I don't even know what day the full moon is, but within a day of the full moon, I do my angelic channeling on the Medium channel. So that's in about 2 weeks. I'll probably wind up doing it a week from Thursday. I'll have to look at my calendar, maybe a week from Wednesday. But anyways, so that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for sticking around. And again, if you want to, if you're ready to dive deeper into your spirituality and you want to help support the channel, join the family, the Spirit Mind family. It's patreon.com/Spirit Mind Family. And you'll get more information there. And I thank you as always for being here. And be well, everybody. And we'll see you next time. And I'll see if I can figure out why my webcam didn't work today. But everything seems to have worked out anyways. All right. Lots of love to you. Going to end now. Take care. Have a wonderful day. The energy feels a little bit kind of mellow, so it might be a good restful Sunday for you, especially if you live in the Northeast, because it's pretty dark out there now. Okay, take care. I love you all, and thank you. Thanks for being part of this community.